getting into the running of the 24th Coors World Snowmobile Championship. 10 men testing themselves and their machines to see who indeed has bragging rights in this great sport for 1987. Certainly the center of attention is the celebrated Canadian Jacques Villeneuve, three-time world champion, defending world champion, here to win an unprecedented fourth title if he can, and his first back-to-back wins if he can. A couple of other triple champions, Bobby and Al Unser, each three-time winners in Indianapolis, have Jacques trackside to find out what his thoughts are as he gets ready for this big race.
Jacques, you're looking for your fourth win. Are you feeling any pressure?
Well, definitely. I guess, all week, I've been here all week, and I've been meeting fans, and surprisingly, they've been all behind me. Usually when you get to win too often, they want you to quit, and, I want to see somebody else wins. But, it's been good for me this week, and, there's definitely more pressure. But I kind of, put that aside and do what I have to do. Hopefully it'll come through.
Jacques is also an Indianapolis car driver. Jacques, do you feel that the Indianapolis car racing, getting all the pressures that you get there, going to the Speedway, going to all the champ car races, do you think that helps in relieving the pressure at the snowmobile races?
Well, definitely. And I got a lot of knowledge out of the car, more knowledge, more experience that I'm trying to apply to the snowmobile. And I did a little bit last year and it paid off, so I'm trying to apply more even this year. Hopefully it'll pay too.
Al, do you have any words of advice for our man that's going for his fourth win now? We don't know that he's going to win it yet, but we both know that he's got a lot of pressure.
Yeah, that he does. The pressure is on him. I think he can handle it. I think that he'll put on a good show for us, and I think he's going to win.
Well, I think he has to be our sentimental favorite. Jacques, we do wish you a lot of luck.
Thank you.
It could be Jacques Villeneuve, but there are 9 others who are saying, prove it. The story of the World Championship Snowmobile Derby at Eagle River always writes itself. It's a race story, a 25-page racing chronicle with each of the exciting 25 laps filling a page. Yet there are side stories that can be equal to or of even more interest than the tale of the race itself. Such was the case for this year's Coors World Championship and the Jacques Villeneuve story. Because of the unique race elimination formula at Eagle River, odds makers calculate that to Jacques Villeneuve and the other 35 qualifiers who battled through the many heats, the semis, down through the consolation to the final 10 positions, the odds are no more than the flip of a coin, 50-50, or 2-1. Yet ironic, to Villeneuve and the other 9 who won starting positions for the 1987 World Championship race, the odds of winning now at 10-1.
From the snowmobile capital of the world, Eagle River, Wisconsin, this is the 1987 Coors World Championship Snowmobile Derby. Brought to you by Skidoo 87. Skidoo, built for the long run. And by Meyer Snowplows. There's no other way to plow snow. And by GMC Trucks and your local GMC truck dealer, who want you to know that it's not just a truck anymore.
We're heading home, my GMC truck and me. And every mile takes us closer where we want to be. Don't call it just a truck, 'cause that's my GMC. And just a truck is not enough for me.
We're heading home,
my GMC truck and me.
GMC Truck. It's not just a truck anymore.
Even today, the cost of maintaining a good, healthy smile doesn't have to be expensive. All it takes is some good common sense. Now, if part of your routine involves paying large sums of money for your professional dental care, perhaps you should use some more of that good common sense. The dental centers at Sears, Now you have every reason to smile.
Braces as low as $1,600. The Dental Center at Sears and Brookfield Square, Northridge and Southridge. Call for an appointment.
The Budweiser Concert Series at the Riverside Theater presents Super Nights at the Riverside. March 5th, the one incredible night. The one and only Joan Jett and live March 25th. Ready for the World with special guest Bobby Brown. Then, April 12th, the multi-talented Jack Wagner. Then, April 16th, the incredible Ashford and Simpson in concert. Tickets now at all Ticketrons. The Riverside box office are charged till 10 p.m. at 271-2000. Super Nights are coming to the Riverside.
To the avid snowmobile race fan, the name Villeneuve represents the consummate raceman. The only three-time world champion, the odds-on favorite. Without question, the feisty French-Canadian seemed destined to win the title 2 years in a row and for an unprecedented fourth time. In the previous 2 weeks, Villeneuve, driving a newly built Skidoo twin track, had taken a second at the Pro Enduro at Eagle River and a first at Owen Sound. From the 73 paid time trial hopefuls, Chuck Decker was the first to issue a challenge to Villeneuve by breaking his own lap time record set the year before. Bobby Donahue also put the champion on notice by turning in the second fastest lap, just 0.5 of a second off Decker's record. Villeneuve answered the two challengers by setting the third fastest time. The elimination heats proved the grueling ice oval at Eagle River respects no favorites. While Chuck Decker and Jacques Villeneuve's machine seemed to run flawlessly, Bobby Donahue, the second fastest qualifier after winning his first heat, found his luck taking a turn for the worse. After blowing an engine in the second heat and then losing a drive track, a determined Donahue blistered the ice in the consolation contest to eke out the last open position for the championship. With the exception of Donahue, the fastest qualifiers had no problem gaining entry to snowmobiling's most prestigious contest. In quick order, Jeff Ludwig, Bruce Visser, and Dave Riemenschneider, who qualified 4th, 5th, and 6th fastest, won their spots in the final field. Brothers Jeff and Greg Goodwin, who experienced setup problems days earlier, had their sleds perfectly tuned and filled positions 7 and 8 on the line. Two very competitive single-track teammates, Dave Wall and Tim Numadal, driving Wall-built specials, completed the 1987 championship final field. Although the Formula One racing machines used in the World Championship bear little resemblance to the everyday trail sled, their origin is the same. Bobby Unser explains.
People often wonder, what is the difference between stock sleds, this is my sled here, and racing sleds? This is Alan Decker's machine over on my right. And is there really a difference between stock and racing? Does racing have anything to do with high performance? All of these things are always talked about very much the same as in automobiles. Does racing have to do with the way the cars end up being? So we thought we'd give you a couple of comparisons. For example, in the stock Skidoo here, this is a top-of-the-line sled. This sled weighs approximately 460 to 480 pounds. This sled weighs approximately 100 pounds less. If you can see, this red sled, the Formula Plus, is very high off the ground, has a very high center of gravity. Has to be that way for comfort in riding. This racing sled now doesn't have to be comfortable. It's very low to the ground. The windshield, of course, is high to get the air coming over. It's a very aerodynamically stable machine. The skis on the racing sled are very short coupled. They're all carbide knife, like cutters underneath it. That's a long ski to get a lot of flotation on the snow, on the stock Plus. Well, let Alan show you how in the corners, how he does. He gets way over and low. That offsets more weight to the left on the sled, gets it very low to the ground, moves the center of gravity much lower, keeps the sled from wanting to tip up. Lets the ski bite in the snow a little bit harder. All of these things have to do, for example, the engine in this particular machine is water-cooled. The engine in this particular machine, water-cooled. Where did it come from? From the racing. So what it amounts to is people like Alan Decker help make the stock machines a lot better and certainly better performance.
You are the lieutenant made this show. I expect all of you to come on the line. I expect you all to stop. No creeping. Would not like to start any.
In racing,
we have Jeff Ludwig As we see Villeneuve come in, he is taking number 3. Jeff Ludwig from Freedom, Wisconsin in this race. We have Bruce Vasseur, 29 years old, out of Honey Harbor, Ontario. He's a rookie rider. Dave Riemenschneider, also 30, 190 pounds, the heaviest rider in the field. Rookie from Pontiac, Michigan. The Goodwin brothers, Jeff Goodwin was here last year. Greg Goodwin was here a couple of years ago. The brothers riding together for the 3rd time. And then Tim Numedal and Dave Wall. Wall was in this field a year ago.
Another thing that's really important to note today is we got Jacques Villeneuve going for his 4th win. He's the only 3-time winner, only 2-time winner going for his 4th today. We're just about ready to come down for the start, Mark.
All right, Bobby. And his first back-to-back win. 4 men have won double titles, only 2 back-to-back. All 10 get a clean start. 10 machines into that 80-foot wide turn. 200 feet around that corner, and now 670 feet down that back straightaway. It is number 74, Dave Wall, has grabbed the early lead into the 3rd turn. They come out of turn number 4. Now the track narrows to 65 feet. They clear it well, and neck and neck across the line comes number 74, Dave Wall. He's the leader. Tim Numedal right behind him. They're racing mates. 2 single tracks. Jacques Villeneuve is riding in 3rd spot. And right behind him, we have Chuck Decker, the fast timer, and Bobby Donahue trying to close in as well. Great race here in the early going as we come around the 2nd time, and it's been a clean race. Continuing to lead is Dave Wall. Tim Numedal is number 2nd. Jacques Villeneuve riding in 3rd. Chuck Decker is riding in 4th. And now Bobby Donahue's run comfortably in 5th, and his machine seems to be riding pretty well, Bobby.
Well, they're all in a tight group together. Well, Bobby Donahue just spun out, stop.
And look at that, Bob. We've just lost our leaders. A spectacular spill. Dave Wall clipped by Tim Numedal. Wall really taking a header. He's okay, so's Numedal, but they're out of it. No caution flags out. Everyone continuing to run wide open. The defending champion has grabbed the lead. Wall is okay, and Donahue's out of the race. And Chuck Decker is in 2nd spot, and now we really have the makings. Here we have the fastest qualifier in 2nd, the number 3 qualifier, defending champion, out in front. We asked Jacques why it's so important for him to come back to Eagle River.
Well, very important. You know, it's not a game. It's something I like to do, the snowmobile, and to me it's important. The best of, you know, of every, well, not company because there's not many company of machine in the final, but, you know, the best driver comes out to win that one, and when you win the race, you're the best of them. So it's important for me to try to win the 4th time.
And certainly one of the premier runners out there right now is Jacques Villeneuve. Look out! Wow, that was close. Jacques looks like a winner out here, Bobby.
We got Jacques Villeneuve and Chuck Decker going for 1st and 2nd with Villeneuve leading right now, Mark.
And Riemenschneider in 3rd. A battle for 3rd place going on, Bobby. And look at Decker moving up on Villeneuve.
Remember now, this is 25 laps, so right now they're just going to be toying with each other to some degree and kind of feeling out each other, seeing where they're strong and seeing where they're weak.
Notice Villeneuve with that kind of lackadaisical look over his left shoulder, making sure he knows exactly where Decker is all the time. Jeff Ludwig has moved into 4th place. And now the move by Decker on the inside of Villeneuve, but it doesn't happen. Both riding high in the turn, Bob, about midway through.
Well, I don't really think Chuck was trying to pass Jacques right there. I think it's, now he's going to pass on him, and he's going to complete the pass, it looks like.
He has, and then underneath comes Villeneuve to recapture the lead.
You see what they're
Decker
doing?
comes underneath him.
They're playing with each
race.
other right now, but that is one fine snowmobile race.
Hoo-wee! Riemenschneider riding in 3rd is these 2. Decker and Villeneuve for the World Championship. Decker has grabbed the lead. About a 5-sled lead, I would guess. These sleds about 10 feet long, about 4 feet wide. Must weigh 340 pounds. I asked Chuck, how do you like to run your race?
Yeah, I like to get out front so I can pick my lines. I like to be able to see ahead of me in where I'm going to decide to go. And if there's traffic in front of you, it's harder to do. So I just like to get out of a hole good and run a race.
Like I said, you qualified last year. You've been trying to win this thing for a long time. You can taste it?
I've been tasting this race for 6 years, and tomorrow is going to be a different story.
But now it's Decker who has established himself, and it is Villeneuve the chaser.
We're having an off.
And it looks like Villeneuve is pointing toward his engine. There could be a problem. He's not getting everything out of it he should, and that up now is becoming quickly apparent.
It looks like our race right at the moment is for 3rd place, and it's between Dave Riemenschneider and Jeff Ludwig. And They've been sizing each other very much up the way Decker and Villeneuve did early on.
Earlier, Ludwig told us of his plans if he was back in the pack.
Well, if I get out early, I'm just going to try to pick my line the smoothest I can because it's a long 25-lap race and you get tired. Everybody gets tired. I don't care who they are, you know. And if you get behind, I guess you just got to drive and drive and drive.
Well,
hopefully that don't happen.
The machine has the kind of moxie to last the route.
Oh, yeah. Very dependable sled.
It's been a while since a Wisconsinite won this championship.
Yeah. Hopefully tomorrow we can change that, huh?
There's a 4-second spread at least between first and second place. And that's Decker out with the Sunday drive so far. But we have some other chasers, as we said. Villeneuve fighting for second with an engine not functioning as well as she should. Then it's Riemenschneider. Dave Riemenschneider riding in third. He's out of Pontiac, Michigan on a Skidoo 86 machine. He's got a tough right knee, a right knee that needs some surgery. Jeff Ludwig has moved into third. Ludwig getting by Riemenschneider into third place. But the race up front belongs to Decker, Chuck Decker. 5'7", 130 pounds, 27-year-old chauffeur. He has tried this thing a total of 5 times. His 5th try for a world championship. Villeneuve riding in second. It is Ludwig from Freedom, Wisconsin. An 84 sled and 1981 motor in that sled. Riding in third. And he's got a lot of sled and engine going. Villeneuve now glancing over his shoulder, trying to see how close indeed Ludwig is. And right behind him, Riemenschneider. And in turn behind him, come the Goodwin. Jeff Goodwin and Brett Goodwin. The 3rd time they raced together in a world championship.
3rd place is moving up on Jacques Villeneuve right now, Mark. We're going to have a place for 3rd. It's going to be 3 sleds here in just a little bit. Jacques is really worried about it and really trying to get away from him.
And Bruce Vasser has moved up into 4th place now, getting by Riemenschneider. So now he's going to work on Ludwig. Ludwig right behind Villeneuve. So Ludwig wants Villeneuve, and Vasser wants Ludwig. Vasser on the inside. Beautiful move inside. He has taken over 3rd place. A little bit of a kiss as they come out of that turn. And now the chaser is Bruce Vasser, whose brother Gary was in the race last year, finished 7th. It looks like Villeneuve will fall to Vasser. It looks like that Decker will fall to no one. He continues riding beautifully. He's got his groove. He's got it set. This is an all-ice track this time around. No sawdust at all. Pure ice. We asked Vasser about the condition of the track.
Definitely the track is definitely going to be a factor. I don't think we're going to have a front-end problem, but it is very rough out there right now. And I can't see being able to correct it tonight. It's going to be very hard to drive.
Rookie in the World Championship, right?
That's right.
Been a while since a rookie won it.
I've been trying for a long time to get into this race. Our main objective this year was to make the final.
Villeneuve is slowly fading, it looks like, with some engine problems.
A tough break for Villeneuve, seeking an unprecedented 4th. His first back-to-back. It apparently will not happen. Jacques Decker, his first championship is what he's looking for, and this is home cooking for him. His dad owns this track. He lives on this track. I think he's on this track 24 hours a day. He wanted this race so bad he could taste it, but you can say that of everybody out there, Bobby.
Well, all the Deckers are good racers, and this has been Chuck's year so far. His sled has been fast, and he's really been operating good himself, so it could be a Decker race right now. Looks like Chuck is just literally going to control the whole thing.
Yep, and we have Ludwig moving into 3rd, passing Villeneuve. Riding in 2nd is Vasser, then Ludwig, and then Jacques Villeneuve. A kart racer during the summer, hoping to ride at Indy. Bobby's brother, Al, here, of course, part of the festivities. Al hoping to get a ride in the Indy this summer. Here we come into the closing laps of this race as Decker rolls merrily along. We have 1 lap left, and Vasser apparently finds his task almost insurmountable insofar as trying to catch Decker. We've got about that 4 or 5 second spread between those 2 sleds, a lot to make up in 4/10 of a mile. Ludwig looks like he has 3rd, and Villeneuve, of course disappointed, looks like he has 4th.
Here comes Chuck Decker down for his first win, a new champion.
Chuck Decker, 5'7".
Bruce Vasser second.
Part of that Decker family, as Bobby recounted for you. His mother and father, Dick and Audrey, own this track. In 5 tries, he gets it, running his old sled with a brand new motor. Beautiful race. One can only wonder what may have happened had Villeneuve's sled held up. But one thing for sure, even had it held up, No question, Decker would have given him all he could handle and more because he just drove a superb race.
In third place was Jeff Ludwig. Now, he did quite a nice job today.
He did a super job, Bobby. You're right. Out of Freedom, Wisconsin, 2 out of 3 coming out of Wisconsin out of the top 3. Not too shabby.
No, I think he did real good. In fact, that was a good race, especially in the early going. And looks like maybe their car
At this time,